Hi. So for the task one, the following Python script is being used, and the dataset which is used for this script was dataset.csv, which was used for lab 2 and lab 3. And as we can see, the dataset.csv contains another column called target, which contains ones and zeros. Malware is represented as 1 and Benningware is being represented as 0. So first, the necessary modules are being imported as mentioned, and next the data from the CSV is read into the data frame object. So the target column is stored in the list y underscore base. So the MD5 hash and the label columns are dropped, and the rest of the data is stored in variable L2. Next, from the IMP learn, the random oversampler module is imported, as we can see. And using this, like what we are using this for is to increase the number of malvaries in the dataset. And the next module was mode. So this mode is being used for increasing the minority samples. So we can see it over here. So using this mode, the data is resampled to increase the minority sample inside the dataset. So thirdly, we have used for printing the undersampled data, the module cluster centroids is being imported, as we can see. So we could see this over here, cluster centroids. So this is stored in a variable cc, as we can see, and then the random oversampling is used for reducing the number of Benningware samples. And lastly, we have the base class distribution. So the outputs of, like, now I'm going to run the program, and so here we could see the different outputs. Like for oversampled class distribution, these are the outputs. Then for this mode class distribution, then the base class distribution, and the undersampling class distribution. So all the outputs are being shown. And for the second script, I have used the following script. As we can see, the dataset used is similar as that of the task one, dataset.csv, and the necessary modules are being imported, which was mentioned in the lab instruction. Okay, and so here, as we have mentioned earlier, the target column is stored in list y underscore base. The column MD5 hash and the label are being dropped, and the variable L2 reads from the fourth column in the CSV. Like it drops the first three, like MD5 hash, label, and the target column. Target column, since target column is mentioned in y underscore base, like this reads from the fourth column. So here, first we are selecting the 15 features using selectKbest function, and it is used with CHI2. So in the above screenshot, like here we could see that first it is being calling selectKbest for selecting 15 features using CHI2, and the variable of k is here mentioned as 15. So like since we are taking 15 variables, we are using k equal to 15, and we are printing the 15 features which is selected using this method. And for the next one, we are calling selectKbest for selecting 15 features using CHI2 and mutual information. So here k is also specified, and it's the features selected are being printed. And for the third case, we are selecting features using percentile function with CHI2. Okay, here we could see that select percentile function is being used with CHI2, and the output is being printed, and then percentile function with CHI2 and mutual information, like which was done for earlier case. like the way it was done for the earlier case. And for the next, using sklearn recursive feature elimination method to select 15 features, and this is done with the help of SVC classifier, as we can see. So these modules were imported at first, and for the next one we are using the same recursive feature elimination, and here instead of SVC we are using Bernoulli NP classifier, and because all the outputs have been printed, and here at last we are using, like, we are printing the classification table. Like for here we have used xtrain and ytrain, like to split the data. Like as we can see here, we have imported the module train test split, so for the splitting the data set into test and train, and here we could see the test size is being given as 0.33, and here also it's specified. So now I'm going to run the program, and when I run the program I'm getting the following output. Okay, so what I did is I run everything together in a single script, and as we can see I have given headings for each, so we could see the different features. Okay, this is the features that I got using the first method, like select KBS using CHI2. So here first one is allocate RWX memory compiled from EPL, compiled with Borland and stuff like that. And for the second one I have used got 15 features, and this is done using CHI2 and mutual information, and we could see there are some differences in the data. So here create two anonymous pipes, and these are all features are there are some difference in the features that we got. And the third output shows is 4 percentile function, like with CHI2. So these are the features which are selected, and for the next one using CHI2 and mutual information, so we could see the features are different here. And for the third one I've used recursive feature elimination for selecting the 15 features, and this is done using SVC classifier. Okay, and here I could see the features compiled from EPL, compiled from Borland, container resource.rcs section, and for the last one I have used the Bernoulli classifier. Here we could see that outputs are totally different when I used SVC classifier and when I used Bernoulli classifier, Bernoulli NP classifier. So this is the classification table, and we could see the precision, recall, F1 score, and the support. And here F1 score is 0.85, and here for precision is 0.74, and for malware it is 0, and the accuracy is 74%. So for the lab I have run everything individually. So this is my lab report, where it was. So here I'm given specific headings and run each alone, and like I've commented all rest of the selection methods, and I just use one selection method when I run the script. So I get, as we can see, I got different classification table like precision values, and the main difference which was by using recursive feature elimination method, and like by using Bernoulli's classifier and SVC classifier. So we could see the classification table for both. So this is for SVC classifier. So here the precision is 9.96 for Pennyware. For the malware it's 0.86, and the F1 score is 0.95 and 0.87, and we could also see the accuracy 0.93. So this is totally different in case of Bernoulli theorem, like Bernoulli NP classifier. So when we use Bernoulli NP classifier, so the precision that we are getting is 0.74, then 1, 0, like precision value is 0, recall is 0, F1 score is 0. Okay, and the accuracy is less. So the better one to use is SVC classifier for feature selection. And that's all. Thank you.